Hello, my name is Chloe Folan, and today I just wanted to jump on my social media channels just to create a bite-sized video about the major ray release for March, the white-green ray release. In other words, just a short video about what this ray release is about, its individual and collective impact, and also just a suggested invocation to work with for anyone who would like to align with the major ray release being discussed for the month of March. And just for context and being transparent about sources, the information being shared, these are new information insights that were in a vision documented and downloaded through the light lens of the White Ray of Unity meditation group that was initiated into activity under the guidance of the Great White Lodge back in December 2024. So that's where this information being shared is coming from. So what is the third major ray release of the year, and what is its individual and collective impact? So I'll just bring up some information to share. During the month of March aligns with the third major ray release of the year, which is the white-green ray release. And even though it trickles in, it starts to trickle in a little bit before March the 5th, the full tap, if you will, gets turned on full force from March the 5th onwards, right up to early April. So in other words, as you gently sit back and observe what's happening within the collective, you'll be able to observe these particular initiation impacts. So the third wave of light code releases on March the 5th, the third major ray release. White light with emphasis on the green ray, the third ray of activity and adaptability. White light because it contains Christ light, and green because this aligns with the third major ray release, the green ray release of the year. And it's clothed in gorgeous Christ light energies. So who is closer, meaning who is more influenced by these ray releases, although I would like to stress all receive. It's just an objective fundamental fact that in alignment with your ray makeup, there are certain ray makeups that are more responsive to the wave of these ray releases. So who is closer to the action of these ray releases? So initiates in incarnation who have green somewhere in their ray makeup, or are connected to the path of training for Planetary Logoi, which is the Betelgeuse pathway, so Betelgeuse starseeds, will be more influenced by the light code releases on March the 5th. So if you have green somewhere in your ray makeup, and you are a Betelgeuse starseed, or I should say, or a Betelgeuse starseed, because let me be clear, you can have green in your ray makeup and not be a Betelgeuse starseed. It would just be more usual, but not a given, that those with a lot of green in their ray makeup are potentially Betelgeuse starseeds, but sometimes those with green in their ray makeup can be of other starseed origins. So all those who have green somewhere in their ray makeup or are Betelgeuse starseeds, rise and receive. This is your month for being more deeply influenced and closer to the action, the initiatory action of this major ray release for March. So how is this going to influence the collective? What is the wave of influence? What is the influence of these light codes on the collective? Why are these light codes streaming in? What is the purpose of them? So This wave will include people who work in finance, corporate business, the financial sector, alternative therapy, alternative health, horticulture, the healing arts, and those in legal work or the legal field of service. So the light codes connected with the white-green ray release for March are going to collectively, more deeply impact, when we're talking about collective service, the service fields of finance, corporate business, the financial sector, alternative health and therapy, horticulture, healing arts, legal work and legal fields of service. These light codes aim to help to transform and evolve those particular fields of service through responsive initiates. So even though it will be those with green somewhere in their rainmaker and or Betelgeuse star seeds who will be mainly holding the fort of this downpour. They're the first that this downpour comes through as these codes flow through the collective. They are the main channels for how these codes flow into the collective through relationship, through connection with others, but again, all receive. So if you don't have green somewhere in your rainmaker, or you're not connected to or you're not a Betelgeuse starseed, because you might not be, how this will still influence you, this will still trickle in through what's happening with how you handle money, or if there's anything legal happening for you, legal paperwork or anything of that nature. If you're having an experience through alternative health. So in other words, the same way I've just described the influence this has on the collective as it flows through those that are the main channels of light for being more responsive, this is also how this influences everyone. So even if you don't have green in your ray makeup or you're not a Betelgeuse starseed, this will still flow into what's happening for you around money. If there's any intersection with corporate business, if there's any intersection with legal work or paperwork of some kind, etc. So I hope that's given some nice bite-sized tangible information over what the third major ray release of the year is, what the ray release is, its individual and collective influence, and also describing why there's particular initiates that are more responsive to this particular release, but simultaneously how all still do receive their way. And with that now gently discussed, I would like to share a suggested prayer for those who are resonating with this new information release. So if you would like to do some gentle, deeper work with the third major ray release of the year, the white-green ray release, this is a suggested prayer, and this has been publicly released for the last 2 years. So just a little bit about suggestions over how to work with this prayer. Please take a few moments to make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you've got a few moments where you won't be interrupted and you're somewhere where you can do this properly and safely. Take a few moments to make sure you are seated. Take a few moments to gently tune into the white-green ray releases pouring in from heaven, lovingly pouring into Mother Earth, and the white-green ray releases more deeply influencing those with green in their ray makeup and Betelgeuse starseed, and those light cones within the major ray release, flowing into the corporate sector fields of service, business and finance, flowing into alternative health and the healing arts, flowing into horticulture, flowing into legal fields of service. Then and know that the healthy evolution being prompted by those light codes is being received, that the healthy thought forms and ideas are being clearly received, integrated and grounded. Spreading across the globe a gorgeous wave of white-green ray releases, bringing the needed adapted activities, the needed adapted healing and evolution in those fields of service. And gently holding awareness of the white-green ray releases pouring into the collective for the month of March. Gently sound the following invocation. We are the soul. We are the light divine. We are love. We are will. We are fixed design. We invoke, integrate and manifest the green ray of activity and adaptability. Hold space and observe the white-green ray releases being received by all, flowing through the collective. And give thanks. Ahead of time, if there are any initiates that this really resonated with that are going to be working with the suggested prayer, or gently continuing to observe and help ground and integrate the major white-green ray release of the year ahead of time, thank you for lending your energies to the service invocation suggestion. It'll be beautiful to have initiates just every so often, and again you can do that anytime as long as you've got somewhere comfortable to sit for a few minutes and you're not going to be interrupted, so you can just tune in properly for a few moments. It would be beautiful for initiates that this resonates with. Any time of day or night that you would like to tune into that prayer suggestion. It's a beautiful service prayer invocation suggestion. So thank you if you do join in with the prayer suggestion over the month of March. I would just like to also gently suggest that if you enjoyed this video, share, and the gentle explanation and the offered invocation that you can work with the month of March and by. Please follow my social media channels because I'm going to be creating these bite-sized videos for each of the major and minor ray releases of the year. So please do follow my social media channels to stay up to date for the next video release for the April the 5th major ray release. And if you would like to receive an in-depth esoteric aura reading, to receive some deep, tangible insights into your particular ray makeup, how your ray makeup influences your service transmissions and your personal life, and also how the major and minor ray releases can influence you throughout the year, meaning working in harmony with those ray releases for your particular ray makeup, please feel free to contact me through my website, www.chloefolan.com, and I can arrange a booking for you if that interests you. And for the initiates who are already initiated into the White Ray of Unity group meditation, I'm looking forward to connecting with you all soon for the deeper group work for observing and grounding the major ray release of the year. White, green ray blessings to all. May all be blessed with ideas and insight for healthy activity, for harmonizing with the beautiful light code releases throughout the month of March. Blessings to all.